You're listening to the Social Selling Simplified podcast. Stick around if you too are obsessed with learning things that actually work and believe that success leaves clues. We're all about identifying results-producing roadmaps and getting super clear on how to scale and grow your online business. From part-timer to president, social selling expert Ashley Shaw will help you connect the dots and take the guesswork out of what works to grow a social selling empire. It's time to hear from social selling legends, listen in on truthful conversations, and learn the best tips and tricks to reduce the marketing overwhelm so you can build the social selling business of your dreams. If you're ready to go all in, no holding back, and build the business you've always wanted, you're in the right place. Here's your host, educator, social selling guru, and fitness industry OG, Ashley Shaw.
Welcome to Social Selling Simplified. I'm your host, Ashley Shaw, and in today's episode, it's going to be a little different. So I started chatting with Elizabeth Aver-Yanova, and the conversation quickly turned into something I wasn't expecting. She is brilliant, and we were talking about design and websites, and it was quickly evident that to capture the best learning that I could for myself and for my listeners, I actually needed to screen share, and I had her walk through my website, and it was an incredible learning experience, and she provided so much value into be able to show what things on your website actually need to be in place to get paying customers. So this episode is going to be a little different. If you're not in front of your computer, some of these things will have much more context if you actually are watching along as she's walking us through. So this episode is almost a bit more like a workshop. So just to preface, you can keep listening and you're going to learn a ton. But if you go and actually watch this episode on the website, which we're going to have a link in the show notes, it's going to make so much sense, and it's going to completely change the way that you set up your website as well, or even just how you look at calls to action and simplicity. So even if you don't have a website yet, this episode will definitely be helpful. So here it is. Thank you so much for being here today. Elizabeth, I'm so excited to dive in and to be able to talk to you about design, funnels, and how you ended up on the other side of the world. So maybe we can start a little bit with an introduction. What is it that you love to do? How do you help people? And how you ended up living on the other side of the world? Just want to dive into that first. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Ashley. I'm excited to talk to you. And this is, my life is all around design and architecture. That's been my whole life. And I love it. And, I came, 10 years ago, I booked a one-way flight to Europe from the US. I'm originally from the US, from Indiana, but I, for various reasons, booked a one-way flight. I didn't have any plans beyond that. And I have never left since then. It's 10 years later now.
Wow.
And so cool. I love Europe. I love the design inspiration that I get from the cities here. And, but I currently live in Riga, Latvia, but I've also lived in Italy, in Milan and Rome for various times of the past 10 years.
That's awesome. So cool. What's your favorite part? Would you say the architecture, like that's what drew you in and has kept you there?
Definitely the architecture, the classical, the traditional architecture that's here is so beautiful. And the way cities are, like the way people live their lifestyles here, it's very, it's totally different than what I grew up with in the United States. And I love it. Absolutely.
What would you say is the biggest difference in terms of the lifestyle?
The lifestyle, it's so very, so different. For example, we walk everywhere in the city. We live, everything we need is walkable distance, the grocery store, the post office, the doctor, everything. The lifestyle around food, it's very much sit down, eat, enjoy your meal, eat like on real plates and with real silverware. And every time we go to the US, it's always like paper plates and, fast food and for better or for worse. And let's see, the lifestyle here, it's also very focused around appreciating history and culture. And and there's a lot of depth to the culture because of that.
So cool. And so you said you've been there about 10 years and you have two children as well.
Yeah.
And what's it like for them? Like going to school? Is the school system quite a bit different there? I've always wondered about that.
Oh, yeah. So it is totally different. It's been a unique experience becoming a parent. My husband is not American. He's Latvian and he's Russian. He's from Russia, but he lives in Latvia. And we, together have this experience of like raising multilingual children, multicultural children, and really having to think consciously, like, well, how am I going to teach him about American culture as he starts to grow up? As both of my kids start to grow up. And the school systems are totally different, very different. We have the opportunity here to also walk to school every day, and the teachers, they don't. They're multilingual. Like everyone speaks multiple languages here, and so the kids, they are teaching multiple languages to the kids. My son already can speak 2 and is learning 2 more languages, so 4 languages total.
Wow,
he's 5.
Oh my goodness, that is so cool.
So it's totally different system.
Yeah, very cool. Well, thank you so much for letting us into your world and sharing a little bit about that. That is, always wondered about that. Like, what would it be like? We have a couple of people on our team that live in different countries, and it's always interesting when we talk to our developer. He lives in the Netherlands, and it's just completely different. So thank you for sharing. So cool.
Yes.
So let's talk more about I'm really interested about the design element, and especially when it comes to building sales funnels and how to really, I feel like sometimes it's one of these elusive things that you're building these tools to help move your prospects, obviously, from becoming somebody that is not a customer. So let's call them a prospect, and moving them through the journey, but how you're specifically, doing that and optimizing that experience for them. So what is your philosophy around design when it comes to sales funnels and those sort of things? Like, what do you feel is the most important aspect?
I really believe in creating this wow client experience with every single touch point of the funnel. And that's something that's usually neglected, and people don't think about that visual. It's a combination of the visual experience of that funnel, as well as the feelings that the client gets once they enter your funnel, let's say. And so creating that overall wow experience can be a game changer between somebody who discovers you, downloads your freebie, but then drops off and never comes to you again, versus somebody who is ready for your high ticket offer, after just discovering you.
So cool. And what's your favorite type of design element to work on? Is your favorite funnels? Is it homepages, like that initial homepage experience and wanting to provide that wow experience? What is it that you love to dive into?
Okay, that's a trick question because I do like it all. I love it all. But let's say I really do like the sales page designs, the long form sales page design for launching your program, your course, your whatever your high ticket or mid ticket offer is. Creating a really nice sales page is a very fun experience for me.
And what are your favorite tools that you're usually using to build those sales pages? Are you using like WordPress, Gutenberg blocks? Like, what do you normally use for that?
Yeah, well, my design team and I, we have the process. Actually, it starts before the actual technology, like the actual tool. We literally sketch on paper the sales page. All my designers and myself, we sketch it on paper. Then we do a draft design. Then we do a wireframe design in a design software called Figma. You don't worry, you've never heard of it.
I have. I've actually heard of Figma.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Funny enough.
So we use this as a collaborative tool. and we create wireframe, and then we create the whole detailed design there as well. And then we go and touch the actual tool. And for us, this process makes sense, but we've gotten feedback that it's like, wow, it seems like a lot of extra work. You're doing all these steps, but in the end, once you reach the final tool, so I'll answer your question in a minute, but it just makes a much more beautiful, nice result. Because you've got a clear plan. You don't build a house without the blueprints. So it's the same idea. And at the end, so I do, we have the capability to do almost any platform, which is WordPress. So I've used Gutenberg blocks, or we do with Elementor, or other page building tools with WordPress. I mean, I've used almost all of them. We've used ClickFunnels, which is great for funnels. We've used Lead Pages, another great tool for funnels. And then we also do Kajabi. That's our main expertise. And we do Kartra and Show It. And probably I'm forgetting a few others.
Cool. Lots of tools then. That completely makes sense to me, though. The drawing out and getting it right first, because it's, definitely not going to be as functional doing it the other way, like just trying to come up with it. And we've definitely found that from editing and revising many pages over and over and over again. So it's always interesting to hear other people's process of how they put those steps together and what they do. Okay, cool. So I'm debating, I'm thinking, so I definitely want to open up the kind of the behind the scenes of our website and some things that we do, so we can actually have a look and show people like kind of behind the scenes, like some of the things that you would do. And I know it feels like I'm exposing myself a little bit, because it's, okay. I'm so interested in the feedback, and obviously it's going to help a lot of listeners when they're considering what it kind of looks like. So I'm thinking we could take sort of a two-part approach, because that initial website, like that page that people land on. Now, tell me if this is fact or fiction. I've always heard that the number one place people go is your About Me. Would that be accurate? Would you say, from your findings of websites and things like that? Is that the number one visited section for people, or is that out of date?
Well, the data shows that is correct. Yeah, it is one of the most visited pages, but we've ended up building pages where they don't even have that about page, which is interesting approach. It basically, you're not cluttering the website with so many things. That's what that client wanted to do. And then, what you want your most visited page to be is your freebie, your free offer, your free lead magnet.
I like how that answer. Yeah, I really like that answer. I like how you took it from, well, really where you want people to go is the place that they can connect with you and take the next step. So I'm super excited for you to have a look at our homepage. And the name of the thing that we are trying to do is simplify, because when I started this business 5 years ago, it's actually our anniversary month. It was literally, there was no roadmap whatsoever. It was like whatever things people asked for, I just created. And it became a place where, we have I think over 60 or 70 products. So we have to taper down, and we're sort of like, I would call it like a magazine. Like every month we have a release of content. So we do like a lot of the copywriting. So like social media posts, emails, like that copywriting side for people, helping them build their own funnels, but they don't have to come up with what to say in those funnels. Like we help them with that. So what I would love to do is basically get a little bit of a glimpse of how you help people. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen here, and I am gonna show you. I'll pop open our website, and I'm really curious with what kind of things you might think about to simplify and and help improve what we have going on based on your feedback. So I'm super pumped.
Like a live audit.
Thanks for thanks. Oh, there we go. Thanks for being up to doing this, because it's definitely. I'm as soon as I was reading through your bio and stuff, it just I love this side of things, and I think that it can be overwhelming. So I'm really excited to have your eyes on it and see what your thoughts are.
Okay. This is live. Okay.
Yes.
So what, do you want me to just dive in here?
Yeah, let's just dive in. This is awesome.
Okay. So what I see here is at the very top of the page, it's a this is probably your freebie offer, right?
It's our $7 book offer. Yeah.
Okay. Like a low tripwire offer, low ticket offer. Okay. Got it. And it's maybe the book is too big for me. It's taking up a bit too much of the space of the top of this page. And then it's kind of confusing what's happening below that. So if that could somehow be streamlined and simplified at the top, take up less space. For the book, I would love it to be a mock-up of the book, like a more 3D type of, I want to know it's a book, right? Instantly. And I obviously I can tell it is, but if it's like 3D, it makes it even more tangible for what people are getting.
Love it.
Is that in digital ebook or physical?
Currently it's digital right now.
And that's fine. It can still be like a 3D visual
mock-up. We're working on audio and physical. But right now, just in ebook.
Exciting. Okay, and then other feedback. The line, forget what your upline said. Just read this book. There are the quotes. I feel like you could get rid of those quote marks. I assume it's a quote, but I feel like you could get rid of it, because when you add air quotes, it's like it kind of makes it feel lesser than a little bit less authority in that moment. Okay. And then there's a small typo between just read this book. There's an extra space.
An extra space. Yeah. Got it.
And then I don't know what is EM. I don't know what that is. I'm confused.
That's her name. M. But you would move this. Would you move it below?
Maybe just move it below and make it like a smaller, separate. Yeah. Is it M or like Emma, or I don't know if it's abbreviations. So that's why I was confused.
Got it. Yeah. Emily.
And so I can tell. So tell me if this is correct. So your brand colors, based on what I see here, and I did check out this website in advance, but not knowing that I'd be on the spot. But so the brand colors are this blue and these pinks. Is that and like a light pink?
There's
is that correct?
This color, this pink, this color. There's a bit of a darker pink, and then there's kind of two shades of green this is kind of like a teal. Trying to think of where there's one other lighter version of this green that we use as well.
Okay. And I like these colors. Let's see what I would do from here. So when you scroll down, then that book stays fixed at the top. So that I don't know how I feel about that.
So you would make that disappear, or it would just stay at the top.
Potentially. Maybe stay at the top and kind of go up with you. Now for reviewing, so I guess you can exit out.
Yeah, you can exit that out. Of
user interface. Okay, here the first thing my eyes draw to is one, things that are not centered, and then two, the hi, I'm Ashley, the script font. I already get that your name's Ashley, and it's at the top. So it's we want to know what you do better, bigger, or more obvious.
So you would move. Would you move all the center? I don't know. Maybe there's a reason for it, but it seems like the logo at the top, Ashley Shaw, it should be centered above that menu. Yep.
And then below that is the main what I call the hero section. That's the main header of your site. My eye is drawing too much to that big script font, but I would want it to draw to your I help statement.
So just remove this statement here and focus on this statement.
You could remove that. Yeah, you could remove that. A great place to put that would be on the next section or next second or third section, where there's a short bio at that point. So let's see. I help network marketers 3x their income in 90 days without outdated tactics. And I like this I help statement. What I like to do sometimes is make a bigger, shorter headline, which that's what would draw my eyes instead of your name. And then below that could be this longer, smaller text.
So you would make like a certain portion of this bigger. Is that what you're saying? Like a bigger, shorter headline?
Yeah. Bigger, shorter headline. And then there could be a smaller sub headline and then the call to action button.
Okay. So that would be trying to think if I'm going to go to your website for 1 sec. See, is there an example what that looks like when you have like
okay.
Is that like kind of like this?
Yes,
like you have a headline and then a smaller.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Nice. Okay.
And now one thing, this is personal pet peeve. Your photo is great. It's like catches my eye. I love it. But like you're cut off at the bottom. It's like your body just ends there. Yeah. And so, the result is because the background color here, it's the same color for both sections. So what I would do is the next section below you, make that a different color, whether that's white or, and I don't know, it depends what feels the most on brand, but whether that's a white or a colored section.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So these script fonts, and again, I saw this book previously. These script fonts here, which it says, here goes a fun fact. So these are a bit blurry to me because I know that they're an image instead of actual text. It would be best if it was a real text, like a font. And this is WordPress, so it is very easy to integrate. Let's see, you have WordPress and you have with Thrive Architect. Yes, I've used Thrive Architect. It's a page builder. You can, with the right to plugins, you can put in the custom font here. And this font, I think it's the Britney signature font.
Yeah.
Right. So like I can recognize it. It's a very popular font. But anyways, a bit blurry. Let's see here. This area all feels on the one hand feels really empty. Yeah. But it can be intentional or it can just be it can be empty space can be intentionally done it can be intentionally well done. But here, I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. So if this is a different color, that's going to be one thing that helps. And then fixing this sort of font here. And then if you were going to add interest to a section like this, like obviously there's like a huge space here, that we need to fix. So you might add something like an image or something like that?
Yeah, you could add an image you could move this to one side and add an image on the other side. That could work here. Yeah, and then just the balance here between the size of here goes the script font and the balance between the fun fact part and just kind of making it flow, those two parts of the headline flow together like in a slightly different sort of way that makes it like the size is more similar to each other.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay, so any other questions or let's move down?
Yeah, let's move down.
So obviously fix the gap space. Here again, the script font, it's blurry here. And it feels a little bit too big. The testimonials. So these testimonials, they're very hard to read. And we are looking on a wide screen here. So that's part of the issue, but they're full width quotes here, like all the way across the page. So generally, I would avoid text that goes all the way across your page from left to right, because when you're, at least when you're on a desktop, it's very hard for the eye to go all the way across. Nobody sits and reads like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
so you'd cut them shorter.
I would reduce the width of this section, like add more padding on the left and the right, and bring these closer together.
Cool. Okay.
And then you've done a great job with pulling out like a main part of the quote in bold, and then a longer part of the quote. And that's a great way to break out really long quotes. But I would want that font to be bigger for the bold part of the short part of the quote. I would want to see it bigger so that it stands out more, and I can focus. It's easier to read. Right now, they look about the same size of font.
Yeah, got it. Okay, awesome.
Okay, so so you have so far on the page we have a hero section, which is with your I help statement. We saw already the freebie. We saw like a short intro that's up there, and then we saw testimonial. So now this is a great place to put the hi, I'm Ashley, or who is Ashley. I mean, you're basically duplicating. So you could put that hi, I'm Ashley. You could put it here.
Okay.
And then here's your bio, your story. Awesome. The photo here. Can you scroll back up to the top? I love the outfit here. I want to compare the photo at the top to this photo. And so the vibe of these photos does feel very different. They're both cool, but like obviously this gives a much different vibe than the other one. So I would suggest probably for next year, like new brand photos.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Next, let's see. Let me at the bottom. I'm going to read this part. The last line of this has turned into an entire library of done-for-you marketing tools that have now helped thousands of coaches. You don't have to have a call to action here, but but we already have had several sections with no call to action. So I would put a call to action here, which generally a lot of people would connect to their about page, the popular page, but you can put your freebie here. Or if you're really promoting that book, you could put it again here.
Got it.
A button.
Cool.
Okay. Check out the Social Selling Simplified podcast, this section. So this is your podcast section. This is like the podcast part of websites are one of my favorite parts of the websites as well. So again, the script font would fix that. Social Selling Simplified. Do you have a specific logo or like logo for the podcast?
Yep.
I would tie that in here. Also, a really great way, which people love to see, is an actual mock-up as well. A mock-up of like an iPhone, and on it is your podcast cover.
Cool. Okay.
And even add some little headphones there, and give a little short text of what the main goal of this podcast is.
Okay.
It's like a very similar text to the description and in iTunes. And then let's see. And you could make that here. You could put like an iPhone, a mock-up on the left. You could put then the name of the podcast over here on the right with a short description. Then I'm not sure what's farther down, but you could put a button that's like subscribe now or listen now, tune in now. Let's see. So here you have episodes. Do these link to like show notes or blog posts?
Yeah.
Yes. So they open a new tab and link to the episode show notes. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I would keep that section. I love, so those are the latest episodes. People can see like new content here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far on the page, the background has all been this really light pink color. Yeah. So that's where you could break it up a few places with either a white or a slightly darker shade of pink.
Okay.
But don't go on the other side of the spectrum. Don't get too like rainbowy, like too many colors.
Yeah.
Generally,
colors,
I would follow the pattern of like light pink and then white and then a colored section and then white and then colored section. That's a good framework to start with.
So light pink, white, and then another like darker pink or something.
Slightly dark pink.
Okay, cool.
Okay, discover the done for you templates. Oh, awesome. So these are a collection of your mid ticket, low ticket.
These are probably the lowest ticket plans, I would say. So this is interesting because what sort of changed for us is that we used to do a release every month of a new done for you plan. And so what's happened is this is a very condensed list of plans.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So this obviously needs to be taken down, shortened. But the most common thing we have people jumping into that is like a better value would be our social posting strategy membership. And then we also have an authentic marketing funnel membership. So these two, we used to release plans each and every month. And technically we still do, but we're trying not to be launching every month and be really confusing,
Yeah, definitely. And I love that membership structure. This kind of content, this kind of offers, obviously, fits really well with the membership structure. So here, then you might consider removing this, or we can talk about it, or you consider removing it. But at this point, I would put your main biggest offer, that your main signature program, the membership, the main one that you want to put here, and I would feature that.
Got it. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then, in terms of design feedback here, again, same comment about that I had about the testimonials, which is it's too wide on the page here. It spans the whole width of the browser, and it just is a bit hard to grasp the information that's there when it's like that.
So if you were going to feature a plan, you could have you would do a bigger image and more split the page kind of down the middle a little bit more.
Yeah, split the page about 50-50 or 40-60 and feature it like that.
Got it. Awesome. Okay, I think I just have one other question. That was so helpful and so insightful. Thank you so much.
Yes, that's my favorite.
What is the best strategy around? We've been struggling with this actually because there's so many things you're like, oh, I could direct people here, there, and everywhere, right? So what's the best way to think about your menu? Like for us, we have members that are constantly logging in, getting their material. We do have 2 featured memberships, but I also have a mastermind that launched in the summer. So that's one of the kind of our core offers now. This just feels like there's a couple courses in here. But we don't direct. If people ask for a specific plan, then we definitely will direct them to one that is specific. But when you get into the membership, you get, whatever's the newest one. So it's just makes more sense. And this is a better value. You get more things in the membership. So it feels like, these 2 memberships are really our signature thing along with the mastermind. We have our, podcast is obviously free. Book is $7. And there's actually 3 different workshops that I have that teach sort of the fundamentals of what I think the challenges are in network marketing, just depending on which stage you're at and how to overcome that. So there's kind of 3 main, workshops, I would say.
Yeah. Okay. Feedback.
Yeah.
So, okay. My feedback about organizing this in a different way.
Yeah.
First off, for start here, I would not have a drop down. I would have a page that is start here. And if on that start here page, I just want to click one time and I go to the start here page. And that's where you could put those workshops. And if you said there's if there's like 3 tiers of workshops, depending where you are in your network marketing business, then you could feature all 3 of them if it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like point people in the right direction. So that could be a start here. And then you could feature a couple other things. It's like, if somebody's really new to you, what do they need to know? Probably about your podcast, about those free workshops, and maybe, who you are. I wouldn't overwhelm them with too much.
Okay.
But definitely the purpose of that page, in my mind, would be to get them on your email list. If they're the right kind of audience or the right kind of client. Okay. So I'm happy to keep about link here. The start here link, I would have that just one page. I would take podcast out of start here because I would not have thought at all to look there for that. And I would just put podcast and have that there.
Okay.
And does the podcast go to a podcast page or to like the blog style?
I believe we have a page, the library. With all the episodes.
Okay. Yeah. So it's page and has the listings.
Yeah.
Okay. So about, start here, podcast, then shop. Yeah, that's a lot of clicks for people to figure out. Shop. Like, I wouldn't know where to start. I would be overwhelmed by the choices. What we commonly do is you just have a shop. It's one place, and it would be visually in a grid, let's say like 3-column grid. You could put all those offers, the name of it, very short description, and a button that then could take people to those dedicated pages where they can go and purchase it.
Got it.
The membership drop down, I'm okay with that. I think that's fine. And you have the 2 there. How you tie in the mastermind, it depends. You could change membership. You could change it to say work with me if you want, or for some clients, we keep their mastermind as its own link because that's really important. So it stands as its own link. So that's 2 options: work with me drop down with the 3 choices, or keep them separated. And the members link, your audience better and your members better. So I think if those look all like they're necessary, I would keep them there.
Okay. Got it. Wow. It's so nice and refreshing to talk to somebody that understands all this, because sometimes you just get batting around ideas with your team, but everyone's like kind of pulling straws. You're just like, I'm not exactly sure. This is what I think, but not exactly sure if that's the right thing to do. So it's really nice to, be able to spend some time with somebody that really knows what they're doing and, how this all needs to fit together.
Yes, I'm so glad. I'm glad it's helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Well, so if people want to learn more about what you do, how to work with you, Elizabeth, and how to, look at their design and possibly do some of this with their web pages and what they're putting together, what's the best way for them to contact you and find you?
Okay, the best way to contact us is our VIP Design Day, and on our website there's a page with all the information, but it is our signature offer, and we've done over 70, I would have to check, but over 60 or 70 VIP days. And very often we are focused on creating a funnel and essentially in a day. And if that sounds impossible, we have the proof it's possible. So my team and I have a process. We're 4 designers working all on your business intensely. And for the VIP day, the work does start a little bit before that. So we do a lot of organization and preparation work, the whole sketching, wireframing process that I described earlier. That happens a little bit before the actual day. And then, but by the end of the VIP day, you will have if it's our funnel focused VIP day, then you'll have the whole freebie lead magnet page set up, the whole technical automation set up with how people get it, sign up for it, go to a thank you page, then you'll have a sales page set up, and that whole process, the whole funnel set up by the end of the VIP day.
Amazing. Love it. And so your
And
website.
where,
Where can we look you up? Where's the best spot?
Yes. Yeah. Our website is studioclassica.com. That's with an A at the end. studioclassica.com/VIP day is the place.
Is the place. Okay, perfect. And are you on social media at all?
Yeah, we are mainly on Instagram. I go through phases where I'm active and not active, but Instagram is the best place to connect over. And it's under my name, Elizabeth Aviranova.
Perfect. Do you want to spell that for us just in case?
Okay. It's Elizabeth with a Z. Yep. And the last name is Averyanova.
Perfect. Got it. That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I so appreciate your expertise, and I hope you guys take advantage of just having Elizabeth here. You're listening to this episode, obviously, but go check her out. Go check out her page and see if there's something there for you that you want to take advantage of. So thank you so much, Elizabeth. I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you, Ashley. It was a pleasure.
Thanks.
Thanks for taking the time to level up today. If you're ready to commit to personal and professional growth, move forward, make money, and grow your health and fitness business, head to my free community on Facebook, Business Bootcamp for Fitness Coaches, so I can support you every step along the way. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we'll see you right back here next week on Social Selling Simplified.